Hello, my name is Hannah Curtis, and this is my informative speech. Today we'll be learning how to read a natal chart. First, I have studied astrology for about 7 years now. It is based on symbolism and the possible effects the planets might have on us. There is much more to astrology than just the natal chart and dealing with the self. The secret language of astrology, the illustrated key to unlocking the secrets of the stars, by renowned astrologer Roy Gillett, uncovers the hidden layers of astrology. He explains the complex interplay of influence that shape our character. You are also affected by other people, just like you are affected by the planets, along with your environment and how you were raised. Astrology does not define you, but you can use what you have learned to your advantage. There's no good or bad in astrology, only balance and growth if you choose to do so. With that being said, let's talk about the natal chart, the mathematical points of where the planets were located at the time of your birth. Please keep in mind this is only one aspect of astrology, the self. Today I'd like to show you how to read a natal chart. First, I would like to talk about the houses. Second, the symbolism of planets and the signs. And third, how to put all the information together and read aspects. Knowing the answers to these 3 questions will give you an understanding of how to read yours and others' natal charts. For the results to be accurate, you have to have an exact time of birth. First thing I'll talk about is the houses. So first of all, I would like to also add that when you do look up your chart online, I recommend going to Astro Dentist or Astro Theme, and this is what a chart might look like when it is pulled up. You'll have the different boxes and the different signs. This is an example of Astro Theme. The box that is labeling the AC or ascendant is going to be your first house. So with that being said, let's start. First house is going to be representative of the face and the self and how you come off to people when you first meet them. Second house is money and value. Third house is going to be speech and how you communicate with one another. Fourth house is going to be home and environment. Fifth house is going to be fun, play, and children. Sixth house is going to be work and how you help others. Seventh house is dealing with others. Eighth house is going to be change and other people's money and inheritance, essentially. Ninth house is going to be knowledge and travel. 10th house is going to be career and your style. 11th house is going to be your community and humanitarian efforts. And the 12th house is going to be symbolic of secrets and hidden things. Moving on, I would like to also explain the elements. Fire is going to be intense and emotional. Fire is going to be compatible with air. Air is unpredictable and spacey. Earth is stable and calculated. It's going to be compatible with itself, and then also water, which is emotional and intuitive. Moving on, the next question that comes to mind, what do the planets and signs mean? 3 things that I would like to talk about: what the signs symbolize, what the planets symbolize in relation to the signs, how to interpret what they mean when they're a combined chart. So what the signs symbolize, I have it labeled. So you have Aries, it's going to be red underlined, so it's going to be fire. Taurus is going to be earth, Gemini air, Cancer water, and so on for the rest of the signs. Aries is symbolized by Mars. Mars is the planet of action. Taurus is symbolized by Venus. Venus is the planet of love and beauty. Libra is also ruled by Venus. Gemini is ruled by Mercury, is the planet of communication, just like Virgo is ruled by Mercury. We also have Cancer, which is ruled by the moon. It's going to be your emotions. Leo is ruled by the sun. The sun is going to be your ego and your personality. Scorpio is going to be ruled by Pluto, which is the planet of change. Sagittarius is going to be ruled by Jupiter, the planet of expansion. Capricorn is ruled by Saturn. Saturn is going to be the strict authoritarian. It's going to be where you learn hard lessons in life. Aquarius is ruled by Uranus. Uranus is going to be things that are out of the blue. Pisces is ruled by Neptune. Neptune is a dream world. It's idealistic. Now moving on, see what it means to have those planets in those houses. Now in my example, I have Moon in the 10th in Aries. Aries is going to be intense and emotional, and it's going to be the moon, which is my emotions. So emotionally, I'm very intense, and it's going to be in the 10th house of work. So I might cry at work, for example, but that's a very physical translation of that. Today I've identified 3 key aspects of how to read a natal chart. First, understanding the houses. Second, studying the planets and the signs. Putting it all together with planetary aspects and planets and houses. Remember, there's much more to astrology than the self. You're also affected by other people just like you're affected by the planets, along with the environment and how you're raised. Astrology does not define you, but you can use what you've learned to your advantage. There is no good and bad in astrology, only balance and growth if you choose to do so.